Today I want to show you how to feed your purple martins. Remember, purple martins are America's largest swallow. They migrate into North America to breed during the summer. Unfortunately, in their hurry to get to North America to find the best breeding areas, a lot of times they get here before the weather's nice and there's anything for them to eat. Purple martins are aerial insectivores. They only eat flying bugs, so you have to provide a kind of food that they'll eat. Let's get to that. Here are the two foods that I provide my martins: crickets and scrambled eggs. Now, you can buy these crickets at any pet store, but they're very, very expensive. I would suggest that you contact either purplemartin.org or Purple Martin Research Group on the internet, and they can guide you to where to buy these in bulk, and it's a lot less expensive. Now, these scrambled eggs have to be prepared a certain way, so let's go do that right now.
Remember now, you're not making a Denver omelet. You just want to make a nice flat pancake, if you will, of egg for your martins. I like to put a lid on the pan, and that way the eggs cook a little quicker and they kind of fluff up a little bit. You just want them to just barely cook through. You don't really want to overcook them. Now, after your eggs are cooked, just flip them out on a cutting board, and then you have to cut them into small squares. Now, it's really important that you don't get your squares too large. If they're very large at all, the purple martins won't eat the scrambled eggs. You want them about 3/8 of an inch square. Any larger, and they'll refuse them. When you order crickets, they'll show up at your house in a big cardboard box. Just throw that whole box in the freezer, and it'll slow those crickets up enough so that you can handle them. I like to freeze crickets in these little Ziploc snack-sized bags. They're about right for what I consider one feeding when I'm going to go out and feed the martins. When you want to feed your martins, just get one of your little bags of crickets out of the freezer and then put some in a small dish. I like to pour a little warm water on them to thaw them out. It just takes a few minutes. After your crickets are thawed, just drain the water out of the crickets, and then they're ready to go flip to the martins.
Okay, now we got our crickets, we got our scrambled eggs. What's next? Next, you need the most important tool: plastic spoon. I use these little kids' plastic spoons because they're really stout and they're hard to break. And then you take these crickets and these scrambled eggs and you just flip them up in the air by the purple martins. And if they're hungry, they'll eat them. Now, here's all you have to do to feed your birds. Just take your spoon, just put your scrambled egg right in the spoon like that, and then just flip it up in the air. Nothing to it. Same thing with a cricket. Just lay it in the spoon, up in the air.
Now, I'm flipping crickets and eggs up over the top of this T14 martin house. Every time you see these martins come off the top of this house and fog up into the air, they're chasing a cricket or a piece of a scrambled egg. Watch this, they really get into it. Now, this particular colony of martins, they trust me pretty well. I'm out under these houses every day, so I can walk right under these houses and just toss these crickets and scrambled eggs pretty much to an individual bird, and that's what I'm doing here. Now, watch this martin dive off this house and grab this piece of scrambled egg. He never misses. And then right back up to the top of the house to wait for the next bite. Now let's watch that again, slowed down by half. Now, these martins are getting pretty full, so they're really not trying too hard to chase these pieces of scrambled egg. But you still get the picture. When they want one, they can sure catch it.
So that's all it takes to feed purple martins: a plastic spoon, some crickets, and scrambled eggs. If you can teach your purple martins to take supplemental food, you can ensure the survival of your most mature, most experienced birds in bad weather.